Slackers, welcome back to another episode of Hot Takes, the show where we get together and react to, like, trailers and some of the, like,
We talk about hot takes.
Yeah, it's like in, like, video game events. I still don't have an intro worked out for the show because it's still embryonic. But anyway, me and Andy are here.
Umbreon?
It's an Umbreon. It's embryonic, yes. Me and Andy...
It evolved at night. That's how Umbreon evolves, right?
Because it's the middle of the night and we have maximum friendship, so
Yeah.
we've evolved into an Umbreon, and then that's what the show is,
But we
apparently.
didn't hit maximum friendship in daytime, or we would have evolved into the other one?
Yeah, we would have magic bounce, and it's all kinds of things. Speaking of Nintendo, segues, we're here to talk about the Fire Emblem Direct that happened, if you're watching this, probably yesterday, 2 days ago at this point. Andy's a huge Fire Emblem fan. I haven't seen the Direct yet.
Or played a Fire Emblem game.
Ever. No. So, like...
All Pete knows is why are there so many of them in Smash.
Exactly. So I'm kind of here to be your impartial third party. Andy's here to be your Fire Emblem fanboy. Take us through all the main beats. And so let's just jump into it.
Alright. Fire Emblem Direct. And this guy, Yuri Lowenthal, is going to be talking throughout... Oh, here he is.
Yeah, here he is, right?
News and updates on multiple new Fire Emblem titles. War looms.
War
Prepare
looms,
for battle
Pete.
by arming yourself
War
with information on the many
looms.
quests ahead. The first
So,
begins now.
Yuri Lowenthal. That sounds like...
He's a voice actor that's in a lot of games.
It's just like Yuri sounds like a very Japanese first name, and then Lowenthal is like... What are you, some kind of... It's like Russian? Like
I don't
Russian
know,
Jewish,
man.
maybe?
Let's find out. We're going to talk over the Japanese here, because we don't speak Japanese. You can read subtitles.
All I have to say, though, is, like, having a guy with a Japanese first name and a European last name is, like, the perfect person to represent Fire Emblem as a brand.
Because, like, do you like Western fantasy, but also weeb shit? Fire Emblem's your guy.
A.K.A. Andy Brown in a nutshell.
Oh, man, it's a dragon and a sword.
Fire Emblem is basically like, what if Legend of Zelda was nerdier?
Yeah.
Alright, the seas parted, the heavens themselves threatened to come tumbling down. The battle transcended any that history had yet known. The Book of Valentian Revelations, Chapter 15. Dude, that looks like a scary-ass creature. That's all I have to say.
Oh, yeah. So
new Fire Emblem.
New Fire Emblem, that's old Fire Emblem. They'll get into this later. The game they're announcing right now is a remake of Fire Emblem Gaiden, which was the third Fire Emblem game, or the second Fire Emblem game for the NES. They remade the first and third on the DS. And
so this is the only one that hasn't been remade?
No.
Okay.
There's a couple more that were on the Super Nintendo, and one on the Game Boy Advance that's never come to the West.
Okay. So this is one of the few that's never
This is
come
one of
to
the ones that's never been available in the West before. It's like... It's the Zelda 2 of Fire Emblem in that it has some of the stuff there, but it's like it does its own thing a lot.
Okay, yeah. So that's a really interesting thing, like, in the NES days, it's like, sequels were not anything like their predecessors usually.
It's like Nintendo series that made it past, or made it to 3 games is always like the first and the third game were super similar, and then the second one's just like, what if we, like, expanded this in some weird ways?
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Alright, so looking like there's some, like, Greek, British-looking architecture.
It's cool. There's, I think it's Greco-Roman kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because, like...
Okay, yeah,
this happens, and then the other kingdom is, like, basically Sparta.
Okay. It's just weird, because, like, it definitely has a Greco-Roman vibe to it, but then, like, the king garb and the castle look very...
Yeah.
Like, Western European. This is a different empire.
This is the different empire.
So there's 2 empires fighting. Is that always the plot?
No.
Okay.
Not all.
But that's what we got going on here.
That's what we got going on here.
Okay. Oh yeah, because the last one was warring families, right?
Sort of. It was like warring royal families of 2 different countries.
Okay.
Alright,
so these guys are jerks.
Yeah. Like German Sparta, basically.
Yeah.
Both halves of the continent were in a fragile state, Pete.
Okay. Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm into that. Echoes.
There's a lot of speculation about this. The Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia.
Yeah, so let's talk about that.
Okay, so...
Alright, real quick. While you do that, I'm going to rewind it and we'll let the trailer play again in the background. So,
okay.
Hit it.
So the Fire Emblem Echoes subtitle is like its own thing, and then there's a second subtitle, Shadows of Valentia, which people are speculating is they're using this to sort of test the waters for bringing the rest of the games that have never been in the West to the West in some way.
Okay. So wait,
remake them.
why is that? Because of that subtitle?
So it'd be like Fire Emblem Echoes would be its own Fire Emblem sub-series, and
Oh.
this one's Shadows of Valentia.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and do you think that that would just be for all the ones that haven't made it to the West? And
I don't know. There's like the Game Boy Advance games are like they hold up pretty well. They're really good games, but they are still like Game Boy Advance games.
right.
So
And that's even with this. Like, it looks like they're really like. I mean, we don't see any
Oh, yeah.
gameplay here, but
well, we're gonna see some gameplay.
okay, there is more later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was gonna say because like it looks like it's like a pretty serious like from the grounds up kind of.
Oh
like,
yeah, it's like a
recreation.
full remake. In a way that they talk about how they're gonna preserve a lot of Gaiden's uniqueness.
Uh huh.
So there's like free roam and there's like dungeon crawling, and that's the
Okay.
thing you've never been able to do in Fire Emblem.
And that was a mechanic. In
that
the
was a
second
mechanic
one?
in just this one.
Okay, that's cool.
Also, it's really cool that this is the game they're remaking, because for a long time on like the Reddit and Tumblr Fire Emblem communities, like Play Gaiden has been the big meme. I'm like, oh, how do I get further into the series? Play Gaiden!
Be better.
Because like, fuck, this game's weird and had like a terrible jank-tastic UI.
Like what about it was janky?
It just like, it was super counterintuitive and didn't display the information like you need to make the decisions you need to make in like,
Right.
a tactical kind of game very
Okay.
well.
Okay.
So like, you know, before you make an attack, you want to see your strength, like your percentage to hit, your accuracy, how much damage you'll do, whatever.
Sure. And all that wasn't there.
And it was, instead of being displayed as numbers, it was just bars.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I can imagine that being like a total nightmare.
Yep.
Just try to-
They still have the bars in the remake, but they have numbers now too.
Yeah.
That's nice.
to simplify things.
And so, yeah, as we get back through this part, Yuri Lowenthal is going to walk us more through the game and like what it looks like on the 3DS.
Soon, the glorious past will be
Also,
recorded as Fire
this is
Emblem
really cool that they
Echoes,
just announced it
Shadows of
yesterday.
Valentia.
This game comes out in April in
This
Japan and
series
May in
is
the
inspired
West.
by the
Yeah,
second
that's
Fire
awesome.
Emblem series,
And it's just
Fire
like,
Emblem
we
Gaiden,
talked a lot about
which released
Fallout 4 set in the
exclusively in
standard,
Japan
and we
in
still
2002.
like, damn.
Yeah,
I'm like,
That's cool. Like it's great because it's like now you go from being like, man, like I remember we talked about this on the
Yeah.
Slackcast. Like it is about time for another Fire Emblem, and it's like, but it's already going.
So like this is what Gaiden looks like on the or on the NES. You walk around and like have random encounters and shit,
Mhm.
and that's not a thing really in Fire Emblem.
and they're gonna be bringing that back.
And they're bringing that back. This is cool. This like transition they make.
As for Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of
Oh, that's cool that they're keeping the original sprites, but like,
Yeah.
that's really cool. That's a really nice way to like kind of honor the original look.
protagonists, and Celebi.
Also, they're like,
Locked in a tragic war
I like that they've hired a new character designer.
I was gonna say I really like the design of both of these characters. They're both very unique.
When the game comes out, you'll be able to buy them as an Amiibo 2-pack.
The conflict will come to life even in cutscenes.
Oh.
Yeah, they've hired a new character designer, which helps to like establish this as its own thing from Fates and Awakening, which had a very similar feel.
I like this too. Like, this is new, right? 3D models.
No,
No?
not always.
Was that in-
like that was in
The last set.
the last two? Yeah,
Okay.
like when it transitions. And this is new though, like roaming around a dungeon
Yeah.
and seeing a dude and then like hitting him.
Ah, that's cool. Man, I like this.
Flexible
Yeah,
character
this looks neat.
progression. Everything that made
I've been
Fire
saying
Emblem
forever I wanted to try a Fire Emblem game.
classic Fire Emblem game
Play guide.
with a twist.
Well, now I can.
Now I can meme.
Does this count though? Am I really playing Gaiden if I play this?
So some of the things that Gaiden have that like the rest of the series doesn't is like
Whoa.
bows in almost every other Fire Emblem game are locked into like a 2-square range, and bows in Gaiden were range 1 to 5 and kind of broken as hell.
Okay.
We see there a bow
Man, that's
and an
so
archer shooting a sword guy who gets a shot at a counterattack.
Inside the game.
Yeah. No, you love some amiibos.
Is there
Yeah.
more from them
Um,
on this game or?
I did just the release date.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they already showed that.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So anything else?
I don't think so.
All right, cool. So
Yeah.
do you have more to say about it? Or?
It looks really cool. I haven't played the game, and so like I've been reading about it in the wake of this announcement, and some of the stuff in it is really weird and its own thing. But I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's cool to get
Yeah.
a chance to play it.
cool to
either way.
play it, get some unique mechanics, and just like, it looks really cool. I love that they've hired like an anime studio to do cutscenes for them.
Yeah, yeah.
That was really nice.
It's a good move for Fire Emblem, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Fates had some beautiful cutscenes that weren't like full on anime. They were anime-ish 3D models.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's cool. Kind of like Persona, or
sort of.
or was it like more like that that kind of like vibe you get in a lot of modern JRPGs where it's like static anime style, like cell shaded humanoid graphics, and like they're like semi-animated.
Well, so what it is Fire Emblem has like a couple of different, or Fates has like several different modes of cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the 3D models we saw before. That happens a couple times. There's just like anime portraits in front of dialogue.
Yeah, okay.
Which has been a thing. And then there's a couple like full 3D, really nice modeled, like 30-second long scenes.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So kind of
Cool.
yeah, cool. So yeah, any other final thoughts on this guy?
Can't wait. I'm gonna probably pre-order this like tonight.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if this will be the first Fire Emblem I play, but it definitely looks cool. And I mean, I don't have like a reason for not playing Fire Emblem. Like, I don't have anything against it or anything like that.
Especially it's like you really like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah, I love Tactics, and like they don't make those anymore. So like, I really should give it a shot. And I mean, this looks like it could definitely be a game that might scratch an itch for me. But it's gonna be weird because like at that point, like I'm gonna be like the Switch will have been out, and it's gonna be
you
weird
go back to your 3DS.
Yeah, dust it out. It's like I'll probably still be fucking around with it a little bit for Pokemon's sake. So maybe this will be the last game to play on it.
This is like a big, we're not killing the 3DS yet, guys. Move to.
Oh yeah. Very reminiscent of like the last.
We're not killing the Game Boy yet.
Yeah, that 1 year that.
Yeah,
the
they're
GBA
definitely
was on
like
life
testing
support.
the Switch waters here.
Yeah. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, the next announcement was Fire Emblem Switch game.
Yep.
Right.
Just like there is a Fire Emblem Switch game coming, there's Fire Emblem for Nintendo Switch is like the working title.
And that's what we're about to see. Okay.
And that's literally what it is. It's coming in 2018.
That was it. We just get the Switch logo in. Okay.
Yeah,
You excited?
just like this is coming out. Be ready.
I just love this because like, just look how basic this is. Like they didn't even make a graphic.
They did not even try.
Oh, that's amazing. It's cool to think about too, though, because hold on. Interesting to think because when's the last time that there was a Fire Emblem home console game? GameCube, right?
2008 on the Wii. Actually.
On the Wii, there was one.
Yeah, there were two on one on the GameCube, one on the Wii.
Okay.
Those are the Ike games, Path of Radiance and Radiance.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
That's almost
been
10 years, but instead it's coming out in 2018.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy. So how are the like console games fundamentally different than the mobile
No,
ones?
they're fundamentally exactly the same game with like
different graphics.
Yeah,
Cool.
more fleshed out sprites, some cutscenes, voice acting.
Nice.
But like those games are tight.
Cool.
Those are some of the best Fire Emblem games. They didn't say it in this, and I'm going back to
That's fine.
Echoes again.
Yeah.
But Echoes is going to be fully voice acted, which is really cool.
That is cool.
That's really all I have to say about that.
All right.
Just,
Cool.
I assume also it will be for the Switch.
Sure. Yeah. I would imagine so. Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's interesting just to think too that like, I mean, granted, like, I think it's always important to qualify when a developer says something's coming out.
Yeah.
Like more than 3 months out, you have no guarantee
Yeah.
that it's coming out then. So like 2018, like they don't even have a name or a logo or anything. So let's take that with a grain of salt.
Oh yeah.
But that being said, if it does come out in 2018, pretty crazy to think that we'll have 2 major installments in Fire Emblem like about a year apart.
Yeah, we're getting. Well, I mean, we're already having that because like Fates came out last year in America.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That is.
Yeah.
So
Fates
actually,
Fates was 3 games.
I mean, yeah. When you think about it, it would actually be 3 games, then this 4th, then this 5th, plus Warriors in the mobile game that we're going to talk about in a little bit. So, yeah, man, it seems like they're really giving Fire Emblem a push.
What's super duper crazy is that Nintendo said to Intelligent, the second party studio that makes Fire Emblem for them, when they were making Awakening, hey, if this game doesn't sell, the series is done.
Right. Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's something else, man.
And so, like, in 2012, that was their, like, potentially the last Fire Emblem game ever, and now Nintendo's is, like, this is a core franchise for us.
It's like, I mean, when you look at their push for it, I can't think of any franchise that gets as much attention as Fire Emblem, except for, like, the big three, which
Yeah.
you know, in my mind, Mario, Zelda, Pokemon,
Yeah,
Animal Crossing, and Fire Emblem.
absolutely.
And I feel like Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem are like,
They're getting like the push now.
yeah, and I feel like they've both like kind of been in that B tier, like dormant, like that like Iron Man pre-movie level where it's like, yeah, like their core, people care about them, they have a diehard fan base, but like they're not household names or anything like that. They're not iconic in that way.
Right.
Whereas like now it's like, man, getting like 6 Fire Emblem games in the span of 3 years is pretty fucking insane.
We're like, honestly, I think that
And what, 7 characters in Smash?
I think it's only 6 unless you count both Robins and both Corins. Then it's 8.
Yeah, right. So it's yeah. We'll call it 7 to be fair.
Honestly, I kind of think that Amiibos being as successful as they have been has had something to do with both of those franchises getting the push they've gotten.
Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem?
Yeah.
You think?
Just because like they're both Amiibo gold mines.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true because there's so many
Just
characters.
like so many characters, and like somebody's got an attachment to all of them. You can print like, you know, a dozen copies of a Hector Amiibo and sell it every time for Fire Emblem, or like, you know, everybody has a KK Slider Amiibo now.
Right. Well, and like an like interesting anecdote that I wonder if it like impacted the way that Nintendo looks at those two series too is if you remember like the first wave of Smash Amiibos, the 3 that were like the holy trinity that were impossible to find were the Villager, Marth, and Wii Fit Trainer, and that's because they all were like considered. Like no one's really gonna want these. Like who really gives a shit about Fire Emblem or Animal Crossing in the West or whatever? And then everyone was like, "Well, I can't get a fucking Marth Amiibo? What the fuck?" And I wonder if that had anything to do with people being like, "Wow, Fire Emblem's kind of a thing in America."
Yeah.
Like people care. Like
and like
even if they just like them as Smash characters.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's a perfect window for.
That's like why America has Fire Emblem.
Yeah, that's the only reason we know
like
about
Roy
them.
was cool.
Yeah, we loved Melee.
Yeah.
And like Melee has been a dominant thing in gaming forever. Yeah.
And, like everybody loved Roy and Marth, and they were like, I guess we'll just make Fire Emblem there.
And it's just like, I don't know, man. I feel like Animal Crossing has like always like just low key been this like Nintendo's weird little like sim game on the side, but like once it came to 3DS and DS originally, like I don't know, man.
Like,
it's like every woman that I know that owns a DS plays that game and loves the shit out of it. And then like I and a few other like gamers I know have sunk hundreds of hours.
I think
into that
me,
game.
Spaz, and friend of the channel Mike McMahon are the only people that like play a lot of, or maybe Thompson. I don't know. Does Thompson play Animal Crossing?
I don't know if he's ever played it. I know Ozzy used to play it. Yeah.
Like, with the 3, 4, maybe 5 of us I know are the only people I know who have like put serious time into 3DS gaming and don't play Animal Crossing.
Right. Yeah, man. And like, you know, I burned out on New Leaf a while ago, but I played that for a long time.
Did you pick it up again with the like huge update they got last
No,
year?
because I actually gave it to my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, you'll like Animal Crossing, and like I bought her a 3DS and just gave her my copy because like I had let my town go to shit.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, whatever.
And like that, I bought my girlfriend a 3DS for Christmas, and that's like the same thing. I bought her 3DS. I bought her Animal Crossing.
It's just
and then I sat her down and made her watch this live with me last night.
Dude, it's one game at a time. You just gotta
just gotta like get everybody into Fire Emblem. It's happening.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so any final thoughts? I mean, there's not much to go on here, but are you excited or?
I'm not sure, because I love what Echoes says about the direction of the franchise, but I don't know if like Echoes being the like sub-series that speculation is that it is.
Right.
Is that it is. Wow. That was a phrase. If the speculation's right and Echoes is a sub-series, I don't know what that says about the future of it, because like there's a weird like division in the fan base right now among like people who got into the series at the 3DS games and people who have been with it forever.
Right, okay.
Because like I know Spaz talks about like how he loves the visual novel dating sim aspects and pairing people off.
Right, yeah.
And like that's a thing that made sense in Awakening and they shoehorned into Fates. And like
because people liked it.
Because people liked it in Awakening, and in Fates it makes literally no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Awakening, there's like it's sort of Days of Future Past.
Okay.
Like Lucina comes from the future and is like Crumb's her dad and is like, I have to save him because the world is all fucked up if I don't save him.
Right.
And like brings all the other kids with her. And then in Fates, it's like you have these kids in a war and you send them off to live in like hyperbolic time chamber dimensions because it's safer there or something. And then you have to like go recruit them. And basically every one of them is, oh, you're going to visit the kid in their pocket dimension and something goes wrong and they're like, I'm going to join this fucking army now, Dad.
That's so weird.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's strange.
It's really strange. Like, really strange.
They have to find like more tactful ways of including that in future things.
Yeah, it's like if, you know, they just keep going with the Fire Emblem Echoes remake. Fire Emblem 4, I think, for the Super Nintendo, Genealogy of the Holy War is a great, like, it also had the kids mechanic because it's got a huge time skip in the middle of it.
Sure.
It's like, so the game is 2 acts and like your parents have the support conversations and they have kids and the kids grow up and they fight with you in the second act and that's cool.
That's cool.
And that works, and I think that would be a great port for the Switch as a Fire Emblem Echoes title, but we'll see.
Alright, cool. So, I mean, we're assuming this one's like a new IP
probably
too.
like a new setting,
New characters, all that
etc.
stuff. So, and I mean, like, again, we don't have much to go on here, but, I mean, do you have any concerns about it being on Switch? Are you excited to see all home console?
Yeah, no,
or?
I'm excited to see it on Switch. I think that Nintendo is definitely trying to hedge right now, but also very blatantly just saying, fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is one of the big things, too. I think, like, as soon as we get the confirmation from Nintendo of a Pokemon game,
Yep.
that's that says all you need to
So
say.
Fire Emblem, they're definitely testing the waters for the inevitable Pokemon announcement.
I think so, too. Yeah. And, like, people's reaction to this, I think.
Yeah, because Fire Emblem's like, it's definitely a core franchise, but not Pokemon.
No, I mean, nothing is.
Nothing is.
Literally nothing except Mario is Pokemon. You know?
Exactly. And it's like, I don't know, Nintendo has shown a willingness to experiment with Mario because it's Mario that they, like, kind of haven't with Pokemon.
Yeah, I like, and that's like, it's interesting because, you know, they have a lot more, I think, control over what goes on with Mario. You know, it's like they have gotten to a point where like Nintendo decided a long time ago and like has proven time and time again that the Mario brand seems pretty untarnishable, and that you can easily like use Mario and his cast of characters in anything and it works because they're established in that way. And I feel like, you know, the Pokemon Company and Game Freak specifically, you know, have really not iterated outside of very small few things that make a ton of sense.
There's a couple, like, really cool spin-offs on the DS that just never saw the light of day again, though.
Right.
Like, Pokemon Conquest was Pokemon Fire Emblem.
Yeah, right. It was a mix of,
it was like...
Yeah, it was literally just like
tactical
tactics.
Pokemon.
Yeah, and like,
and it was okay, and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon's been really fun.
And those were like a dungeon crawler kind of RPG series.
Yeah.
Those were a lot of fun. Yeah, there's a lot of games like that, and some of them did pretty respectively, but, you know, it's weird. But, you know, we're getting a little in the weeds here. About Pokemon.
Like,
but,
I like where Fire Emblem is that they're still experimenting with it, but treating it like a core franchise.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good, healthy place for the series.
I agree, and I think it's a perfect candidate for what they're about to do with the Switch too.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think like it also is cool because like Fire Emblem, I think can do this too without it meaning anything because like we said, there've already been home console versions.
Yeah.
Just because it's been a long time for one, like it's been a handheld franchise for the last 10 years, but like them putting it on like a home console doesn't necessarily mean it's not a handheld thing anymore. And as long as it goes smoothly, then they can kind of do that with Pokemon and be like, well, you'll get over it. It was
and I think it's smart for at least the next year, maybe even 2 or 3 years, for them to just keep the 3DS alive, like they did with the DS. Because like
I think for at least a year or two.
Just like that absurd install base compared to probably what the Switch is gonna do.
Right.
Like I hope the Switch does well, but I doubt it will do 3DS well.
No, I think in my mind they should keep the 3DS around and maybe, you know, keep a few games out on it for the next two years or so, or at least until they get to a point where they are either prepared or forced to do a price drop on the Switch like they did with the 3DS. And once they do that, then I think you can totally phase the 3DS out.
Oh yeah.
But like, you know, once the Switch is like $150, $200, like
3DS is dead.
Yeah. It's like, why wouldn't you get one?
Absolutely.
You know? Especially if they can find a way to make it not backwards compatible, but have like 3DS stuff on the virtual library forget about it.
It'll be like difficult to do the 2 screens, but I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's a way where you could like make the whole thing and like put black on the sides or whatever.
Oh yeah,
maybe it'll be complicated, but they'll figure it out.
Anyway,
Yeah.
let's get out of the weeds here.
Yeah.
This just in from the
Oh
front
man.
lines. Across
Koei
between
Tecmo.
Koei Tecmo Games Warriors series and Fire Emblem.
Muso
The
games.
full trailer includes scenes.
If you played one, you played them all. But now it's got Fire Emblem skins.
Hyrule Warriors is apparently different. Like the adventure mode it had was cool.
I've heard that too, yeah. And like, I wanted to get that game. I'm not like trying to shit on Musos
Yeah.
per se, but it's just like, it's hard for me to like get excited about spending $60
yeah.
for a Muso.
Yeah, no, it's like I don't have any particular love for them. They're fun, to just like turn your brain off and wail on a million dudes at once. But
Yeah.
this is the same trailer from the Switch thing.
I was gonna say, is this identical?
And then there's more footage at the end.
Okay. That's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
By the way, Nintendo. So that was the Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that was the newest iteration of the Fire Emblem. It's like it's a lot of things in a lot of different series.
Okay. I'm not gonna.
It's like I don't know. The series has very little content.
Is this Crom? Is this Crom? That's Crom!
Oh,
Right?
you're fast. Yeah. From swinging swords, wailing on dudes.
Oh, cool. We actually get to see the game.
Yeah.
You gotta say, it looks nice.
Yep. It's a Muso. Crumb is the like Muso poster boy where he does like a bunch of aerial control attacks.
Cool. Alright.
Yeah.
Way earlier than I was thinking.
Yep, it's coming out in fall, and then
Still not ready for battle?
it's
Then listen
also
up.
on the new
The
3DS.
game is being
Ah, look at that. That's
Just
cool.
like Hyrule Warriors.
but also
Yeah.
new Nintendo 3DS.
But like, are they coming out simultaneously?
Look out for
Yep.
Koei Tecmo's
That's
Fire
cool.
Emblem Warriors. Brought to you by the team behind
Also very
Hyrule
interesting.
Warriors in fall of 2017.
Brought to you by the team behind Hyrule Warriors. Duh.
AKA, if you like Musos, you're really into Hyrule Warriors.
Now for a lesson in truly mobile
So,
games. To battle.
to mobile?
To mobile.
Okay, cool.
This game looks interesting in that, I don't know, it's a Fire Emblem mobile game that still feels like a Fire Emblem game, but also is a mobile game.
Look at that perfect hair. Yeah, seriously.
Also,
I love how they were like not representative of actual gameplay. It's like, yeah, you think?
if you had told me yesterday that we'd see a Fire Emblem trailer where people use guns, I would have said, what? No.
There's guns?
Wait for it.
Oh god.
There's guns.
What? He looks like an assassin.
Yep.
Oh, what is this? That is weird.
Wait till you see him fire it, though. If you had told me the rest of the sentence I'm about to say, I definitely would have believed it. There's guns that shoot people.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yep.
That's a thing. So we're the assassins with portal guns?
Basically.
Okay.
And then the entire cast of the Fire Emblem face shows up.
This reminds me of like, this is like Magic the Gathering. But like you summon Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah.
First ever Fire Emblem game for smart devices.
I'm excited for some stuff they say about this in terms of what it means for Fire Emblem Warriors.
And level up beloved series characters as you
Like, they bring out some real deep cuts in terms of like old school people and not
Okay.
just like
You've been
the recent crew.
Yeah, and not the cast of Smash.
Yeah.
Original story? Oh.
Yeah, it's got like a story mode.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
Oh. Like a campaign. Wow.
While the Astron Kingdom stands against
See, because I'm interested, because I wonder if this is going to be... Or they probably explain, right? They said there's like... They explain the pay mechanics and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So, is it like Mario Run, where it's like you can buy it like a real game? Or... Okay. Because that would be really interesting.
No, you get heroes at like it's very actually Magic the Gathering. You get heroes out of like orbs.
Okay.
And then you get like different heroes and like different versions of those heroes are different rarities.
Okay. So, wow, it's exactly like Magic.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this is exactly what I wanted it to look
Yep,
like.
this is like exactly what I wanted. I love
Oh, dude, I feel like I can really
like
fuck
the
with
cheesy
this.
pixel art.
Yeah. No, like, this might be a really...
Yep.
This might be a really good move for Nintendo and Fire Emblem.
This is also apparently basic or a almost identical version of a different like mobile tactical RPG that's huge in Asia.
Okay.
But like the Fire Emblem brand is also huge in the East,
Right.
and so putting this on top of that. Will,
Yeah, it's obviously going to do gangbusters there. Whether or not it catches on in the West.
Oh yeah.
But
Also, it's,
there's enough weebs that are
Yeah.
going to this.
Also, it's great that you see Nintendo is responding to investors yelling at them for putting enough microtransactions in Mario Run, which is the thing I found out happened.
Yeah.
That like investors were pissed.
Yeah, because it like had one of the, I think it had the highest downloads for a mobile game ever, like the quickest number of downloads, something like that. But it didn't translate to a ton of money.
Yeah. And now they're gonna explain some basics of Fire Emblems.
These are attributes.
So you have class attributes, or
Sort of. And they have like a weapon type.
okay.
It's like in Fire Emblem, there's a weapons triangle where swords beat axes, beat lances, beat swords.
Okay.
So there's like a rock paper scissors mechanic that determines like
I
how
didn't know
likely
that.
you are to hit an enemy and like how much damage you'll do.
So they're bringing that over. That's cool.
Yeah. It's it's still a Fire Emblem game.
But it's like that's important.
Yeah.
Because it's like my concern was that it was
that's
going to be
a
not
mobile
Fire
game
Emblem.
and not a Fire Emblem game.
Yeah.
And now it is definitely both. I love that they've got new art for all the characters.
Yeah, it's cool. I was like really concerned that we were gonna get like a
This is where you open your
orbs.
booster packs.
And when characters die, do they have permadeath?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Probably not.
I wouldn't think so. Like maybe they do, and then you use microtransaction to bring them back to life.
Maybe.
Or through additional purchases at the shop.
And that's how you get
That's
you
how
buy
you get-
orbs to get new characters.
It disturbs me that there's a $75 option and you can still scroll.
Represent the attributes of the heroes you can summon.
I'm sure that they probably capped it at like
You can try
100.
to supplement the attributes
I
lacking
hope
in
so.
your current army. Or you can select
You gotta target them whales though, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Call upon
Absolutely.
heroes with the attributes you desire. Continue
And
summoning,
like,
Also,
and the number of orbs required to
Bum,
summon
bum,
a
bum,
hero
bum,
will lessen.
hear that music from Smash?
oh shit, yeah.
On this first summon, I'm crossing.
So now that was the thing. You can use multiple orbs at once, and you'll get more summons the more orbs you
Like,
use.
the more orbs you open, you get,
More
or you
characters.
spend less per character.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like the more characters you buy.
Get that sword on my next try, so let's try summoning again. When you repeatedly summon, you can save on the number of orbs you need to use, so that's a bonus too.
That's cool.
Thanks, Yuri.
Excellent.
Yuri, I want you to be the new face of Fire Emblem, even though I only know your voice.
Most warriors never learn their limits, and Long Ku is a shining example. The
Long
heroes are
Ku.
depicted in brand new art, hand drawn by a
I've never heard a name like that in Fire Emblem.
and their
That
voices
is a thing. Yeah, there's like the Eastern country in occasional Fire Emblem games.
It's just funny because, like, I feel like, especially when I was young, like, it was like they all just had, like, very, like, Roy! Like, just,
Yeah.
Ike!
I mean, the main characters have names like that sometimes, but like,
But, like, Marth. I
Lena
guess.
is Roy's friend.
Agma.
The number of
Agma.
stars allocated to
Robin.
each hero denotes their strength.
Weird for a man's name.
Yeah.
You may encounter
You get
multiple
different
versions
versions
of the
of
same
Robin.
character.
Oh, that's really lame. Yep.
Better weapons and better
And, like, you know,
like,
not like I'm gonna complain about it, but, like, that happens in a lot of games, so
Yeah.
no big deal, but,
into battle.
whew,
right?
they really want you. That's how they get you. I gotta get that 5-star crom, or I'm not gonna be able to have my best squad. Oh, this is cool. I can really see myself spending
Oh,
time
that's
with
cool.
this.
Defeated heroes will return to your unit after the battle has ended.
Good to know.
I'm
That's-
afraid our fledgling
No
Long
permadeath
Ku
is
has
nice, I guess, for a mobile
great
game.
deal to learn.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was, like, very briefly talking about it with friend of the show, Mike McMahon, earlier, because, like, he didn't want to, like, influence my thoughts.
Yeah.
But,
Where heroes can
uh,
gain ample
It
experience
kills me a little bit that there's no versus mode, but I think that question mark's there. If you want to.
yeah, let's...
Yeah. So these are the modes. You got your story
Okay,
maps,
yeah.
special maps for seasonal events, the training tower, and arena duels.
I mean, that looks like that might be versus too, because
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
got the cross
yeah, it's swords. So yeah, maybe that's like something you need to unlock, or maybe that's like a thing
Maybe.
they're planning on implementing later on.
Let's look though what we got up here. We got 2 different types of currency:
Yeah.
stamina I just saw
some kind of weapon bar.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming that's like how much damage you're able to deal.
Maybe.
Because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Some kind of scale though.
Some kind of scale, and like the stamina kills me a little bit because I like to play a lot of Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna be one of their ways to try and get you to invest more.
And it's smart.
Yeah, I mean, like that's like a mechanic in fucking mobile games is waiting. So.
Yep.
Players can use the rewards they've earned to learn new skills.
But yeah, to get back to what I was saying before is like, I feel like the idea of not having permadeath, when I was talking about it with Mike, is like probably a good idea because I just feel like this could be a really good gateway drug to real Fire Emblem games for people that know about Fire Emblem but haven't ever played it.
Absolutely.
So like, you don't want it to be too grueling.
No.
It's like, I feel like when you're making a mobile game, you're not focusing on hardcore gamers, you're focusing on casuals, and maybe you get some hardcore interest. You know? Be cool to have one that has some crossover appeal. It's like, maybe this will be that though, you know?
Absolutely.
I wonder, maybe it won't. I wonder how difficult it'll be. That's the big question.
Oh yeah. I like some of the maps here look like throwbacks to classic Fire Emblem maps.
That's cool.
Yeah, like there's one in particular, that lava one they were showing earlier, looks almost just like a map in Fire Emblem 7. And that's cool.
And with that, Navarre will lend his sword to your
I like the like mounts that they have too. Like fly on a dragon.
Yep, that is also a staple of Fire Emblem.
Really? Flying on dragons?
Wyverns, Pete.
Oh, okay, okay. So small dragons.
Yeah, small dragons. Yeah, you get small dragons. You get Pegasi.
I didn't know that. There's so much I don't know about Fire Emblem.
It's a solid series. Also, it launches in like 2 weeks.
Oh my god! That's another thing I didn't know.
Yep.
Wow.
Wait!
Are you?
It is launching simultaneously. They confirmed that last night. But I was really excited for a second to see Android like
getting first, man. Get first pick.
Yep.
Like, why would they put it here and then say it's launching?
I don't know.
That's weird. Maybe people flipped out.
Get a little bit.
But like, it's just funny, man, because like, you know, we talked about it on the show a couple weeks ago. Reason we didn't put up any Super Mario Run Let's Plays.
This is like nobody's on.
Yeah, we don't know anybody.
Nobody's on iPhone.
We don't do that. Yeah, we're not Apple people, and yeah.
None of our friends are either.
No, because we're not gross.
Exactly. There's a little bit more Fire Emblem Heroes it gets into.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's see.
They're doing to add to Fire Emblem Heroes. They're doing like a popularity poll of every character from the series.
Oh, to like gauge who should be in the game?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Huh.
Yeah, you can like go onto the Fire Emblem Heroes website and just like vote for a person. They're putting the highest voted hero and heroine into the game, and then probably more.
Well, yeah, you would think.
Yeah, but like these people are going to be in the game.
So these are all already confirmed.
Yes.
Erica, Ike, Crom, Corin, Navarre,
Lol, Corin.
Lonku, Valadar, and Niles.
Wow.
Who will you
That's a lot.
Yeah, and they showed even more in the game.
Yeah.
Also, talking about how a bunch of the games have never been in the West, it's cool that now through this we've gotten official translations for all the names of everyone in the series.
Oh, yeah, that is cool.
Yeah,
that's cool too. Pre-registration begins literally already. Yeah. So go pre-register right now.
Pre-register if you want a notification on your phone the second you can download it.
Is there any? Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, that's the end. Okay. So yeah, man. I mean, I have to say, like, I've been always positive about Nintendo's expansion into mobile. I think it's like they need to do that.
I was really worried about what that was going to be when they announced it. I know we talked about it when they did that announcement, and you were bodying me at Pokken Tournament.
Yeah. Yes, that's true.
Early version of the podcast.
Yeah, the precursor to the Slackcast. Yeah, man, and I think like this alleviated some of my concerns there.
Yeah,
you know, this looks pretty good.
It looks solid. It looks like a thing that I don't like to spend money on mobile games, so I'm gonna play it till it gets hard in an effort to encourage me to spend money and then put it down. But like I'll pop in every once in a while.
Right, and that's probably where I think I'll end up with it too. I feel like, you know, there'll be Unless it's really good.
Yeah.
You know, unless it is like a really legitimately good game, which I've really never experienced on mobile.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it could be like really genuinely addicting in a way that like where theoretically I'm moving to, you know, a city to go to law school this summer, and like it's great to have a game like that or a Candy Crush or something to play on public transit.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think like that is the like obviously there's the chance that like, you know, you'll get like the hardcores to show up for like a week and check it out and then we'll bounce.
Yeah.
But I feel like if it's actually legitimately good and it can occupy that space for someone like you or me, that's perfect. Where it's like the kind of thing
Yeah.
where like I'm in a very short commute or something like that. I don't really have the time to justify bringing my DS or my Switch by that point
Yeah.
or whatever, my Vita, and like getting into a substantial experience. But like I'll jump in and get like 10 minutes in and get like through a board on, you know, on Fire
It's
Emblem
like
Heroes.
I show up while you guys are filming.
Work the camera, play some heroes.
Work the camera, play some heroes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see, but
Yeah,
I'm a lot more interested in it now than I was before this direct. So
absolutely.
effective direct.
Yep, and it was not expecting the Heroes on 3DS announcement.
No, not at
That
all.
is-
Yeah,
Like a little weird,
definitely weird. Definitely weird.
but I'm happy. It lets me. Oh my god, I'm sorry, my phone's like
Oh, that's
blowing
fine.
up. I'm happy with it. I probably honestly wasn't gonna play it anyway because like I don't want to spend $1 billion on a Musou game.
Yeah, right.
But like for $40 on 3DS, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
If it's good and like has the characters I want to see in it.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, man, I don't know. I think like part of the thing for me with Hyrule Warriors was like it was not a good time for me to get a Musou.
Yeah.
And it's like I could see us having fun with it if they have like a split screen 2-player mode. You know, like that could be a lot of fun. Or if you would get the DS version, you can play like 2-player.
Just like take out your Joy-Cons.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah.
So that all that being said, what were your thoughts on this direct?
This direct I really liked. I think they're doing a bunch of smart things with the franchise. I like their willingness to, experiment with it, and also their willingness to just be like, you like Fire Emblem now.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. And we're gonna give it to you, and you're gonna like it, you weeb trash.
Yep. You're weeb trash. We know you're weeb trash.
Here's a Fire Emblem game. Here's 5 Fire Emblem games.
Yeah, it's crazy that they just announced 4 games that are coming out in the next 23 months.
Yeah, really insane there. So I think like I'm with you. It's a really good direct. Really good direct actually. It's like I don't even really care about Fire Emblem and like this is just good. It was well paced. All the announcements are interesting and like if you're a fan of the franchise, you're gonna be excited about this. And if you're not, you might check out some of these games. So if you need something. So that's a good move. I think like this is the push Fire Emblem needs if they really want to make it a top tier Nintendo franchise like it has the potential to be. So good on them for that. My only complaint is like this makes it so much more apparent that the Switch event should have just been a fucking direct.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, it's like this is like basically like what? How long was that event? An hour?
Yeah.
It's like it's a third of the time. Less than a third of the time, and we got almost as many substantial announcements that were lump sum probably more exciting and more interesting to most people.
Oh yeah, this I'm way more jazzed about than like most of the stuff they showed at the Switch Direct. Like
even the best of it.
Yeah, like there was substantial information about the stuff they had to give substantial information about, and just like, hey, we're putting Fire Emblem on the Switch next year.
Oh, you mean for this?
Oh, for this.
Yeah, I thought you meant yeah. Yeah, no, I would agree. Yeah.
Not like, Todd Howard comes out to talk for 8 minutes about how much Nintendo means to him.
Well, and the reality of it is like if you're looking at this as like an industry like thing, like an event, whatever, right? Like this had in my mind like the perfect balance for like a short video because it's like there's something safe and imminent, something far off and experimental, and then something that you don't really want to hear about that they made a really good elevator pitch for.
Yeah.
And they stuck that at the fucking end.
Yep. No, I really think the order was smart.
Yeah, they could have easily done the reverse and made you sit and wait for the secret announcement, but no, they gave you all the...
buried it with, like, here's the thing that you were all talking about, like, oh man, a direct is soon, they're gonna announce a new game. Fucking yes we are, here it is.
Yep.
And then you're gonna stick around and, like, hear the stuff you knew we were gonna talk about anyway.
Exactly. And, like, that's insane. Like, that's such a good move that I would not expect in... It just... It's one of the things that, like...
It's so confident.
It's so confident, but it also just, like... It drives me crazy because it really makes me wonder, like, what the fuck is going on over there at Nintendo.
Oh,
That they could botch the Switch announcement, which is so much more important than talking about the next batch of Fire Emblem games.
Yeah.
You're the console that your company, like, lives or dies on, and then this event, perfect. Well-paced, no fluff, all good announcements, hype achieved. Good job.
Yeah.
It's like, how the fuck do these two presentations that come days apart are so radically different?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
But whatever.
Good time to be a Fire Emblem fan.
Great time to be a Fire Emblem fan. Great time to get into the series. You know, Awakening and Fates are still, like, good games, even though they're divisive in the fan community. Like, they're not old Fire Emblem, and that's okay. They're their own thing.
Well, you know, and it's like, it's one of those things where, like, you know, like, we'll wrap it up after this thought, but, like, I feel like with video game sequels, especially with storied franchises, you hit a point where no matter what, it becomes a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Oh, absolutely.
People are going to bitch that you don't innovate, and then when you innovate, they complain that you change things.
Yep.
So...
Unless you're Pokemon, apparently.
Yeah, right, I guess.
Which is, like, I don't know, I'm not far enough into Sun that it feels innovative yet.
I mean, like, the thing with Sun is, like, it's all about very, very small innovation, which is the same thing, where it's, like, I got in a debate with our friend Arm about it, where it's just, like, I mean, like, it's basically exactly the same. And it's like, I mean, yeah, it is. It's a little bit different.
Except instead of fighting gym leaders, you do...
The trials.
Yeah, the trials, and you have to fight the wildest Pokemon.
Right, yeah, and it's like... if you really want to boil it down, yeah, things are not that much different.
Yeah.
It's the small innovation that matters, especially with a franchise that's, like, existing for a really long time. And I think it's cool now that, like, to your point earlier, it seems like Fire Emblem's hitting a point where they're like, hey, you want the old stuff, here's the old stuff. You want to do the new stuff we've been doing that, like, you came in on that 3DS, guys, there's games like that, too.
Yeah.
And that's smart.
That's great. And
well, especially great because if you like both, you get twice as much Fire Emblem.
Exactly. I think it's also really nice that they're sort of opening the gates to, if you want to get into older Fire Emblem, it's there.
Yeah, and it's not like, oh, you have to
go play a Game Boy Advance game.
Yeah, or like play like an NES game.
Yeah.
You know, or like a translated NES game.
Go, get a fan translation of an NES game to play this.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, they're all good signs for the future of Fire Emblem and all things that are definitely, like, good to look forward to.
Yeah, so as a guy who's never been into Fire Emblem, like, you gonna check any of this out?
Like, I'm inclined to say yes, because, like, from what I've seen, like that, Echoes, that looks good. That looks really good. I'm not gonna play a Muso. You know, it's like if I didn't play Hyrule Warriors, I'm not gonna play Fire Emblem Warriors unless you get it, and it's, for whatever reason, like, we get it together and play it on Switch or something. Heroes, I'll definitely be checking out. Comes out in 2 weeks. I'm gonna sign up for the thing right after we're done with this.
Just get the notification, like, Fire Emblem Heroes is live. Download it now.
Like, definitely. There's no way I wasn't gonna do that, and you know, it's free. I have to try it. And I'm interested in Nintendo doing the mobile thing. I think that's a good move for them. Hopefully, give them some much needed capital to allow them to take risks on, you know, things like the Switch. So that's great. As far as, like, Echoes, I definitely am interested in Echoes, but I wonder, is, like, will Echoes be a good point of entry for me because it's a super old game in the franchise, or do I want to go back and play Awakening or one of the other ones?
Honestly, you probably want to say, hey, Spaz, can I borrow Awakening?
So that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And if I do that, by the time this is out, I probably won't be playing it.
That's fair.
So it's a double-edged sword of, like, do I want to play this while it's fresh and new and be in part of that conversation and see if that helps me get into it? Or do I play Awakening and then see if that wets my whistle in for it? So we'll see. I'm definitely, after this, like, I wouldn't have been interested in these games, and what they showed me, I'm like, these look good. So at the very least, I'm interested in them, Whereas before I pay attention because it's Nintendo, not because it's Fire Emblem.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm definitely interest peaked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm more interested in Fire Emblem Warriors than I was in Hyrule Warriors, just because.
I mean, you love Fire Emblem.
I not even because I love Fire Emblem, just because I love Zelda too. My initial reaction to Hyrule Warriors, though, was like, I don't know. One of the things I love about Musou games is how many fucking characters there are, and just like how each of them like does the same thing differently. And like Zelda was like, what are we gonna play? Link, 8 different Links.
Yep. And then they had to like create Linkle, and they had to really scrape the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, and so like, it's a thing that makes more sense to me than we're gonna put 12 Links in this game. It's just like, here's Chrom, here's some older guys, here's some newer guys.
I mean, like, Fire Emblem Warriors, like, the idea of that is literally, like, it's not any different than regular Dynasty Warriors, just with fake characters instead of real
like,
ones.
Real Chinese people who, like, now have magical powers.
Yep.
Because the Romance of the Three Kingdoms is weird.
Yeah. Yes, it is. So, yeah, man, I think perfect fit for that, for sure.
Yeah.
So, any closing thoughts?
I love it. I'm gonna play all these games, probably, at some point.
I'm sure you will. And we'll have Let's Plays for them right here on our YouTube channel. So if you guys like this video, please like it, share it with a friend, and subscribe here to Slack and Slash channel if you haven't already. And make sure you come back on Monday for the Slackcast, where we'll probably touch on some of this stuff, I'd imagine, a little bit. I was thinking about it, I kind of think I might want to have a broader discussion about Fire Emblem and Pokemon and like them moving to home consoles. So we like kind of were touching on that a little bit tonight. So come have that conversation with us. And come back for our Let's Plays Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we'll see you next time for another episode of Hot Takes. Bye!